Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone, the honorable judges, my beloved friends, ladies and gentlemen. It's glad to see you all here. My name is Kenya from SMPIT. I'm standing here to present you a story about garlic and shallot. Once upon a time, there lived a happy family. They had a beautiful daughter who was named Garlic. But one day, Garlic's mother fell ill and eventually died. It made Garlic live only with her father. Garlic's father was a merchant who often traveled far. Unable to leave Garlic alone at home, so the father decided to remarry a widow. The widow has a daughter who was named Shallot. Garlic was very happy to have a new family. Shallot and stepmother was also very sweet and kind to Garlic. But it turns out that this sweetness and kindness was only a moment. A month passed by. Garlic's father fell ill and eventually died. It made stepmother and Shallot became even meaner to Garlic. Until one morning, when Garlic was washing in the river, one of Shallot's favorite shawl was unwittingly washed away in the river. Garlic told Shallot about it, and of course, Shallot scolded Garlic and told her to go look for it and not to go home until she found it. Garlic went down to the river until late at night. With all of the tiredness, Garlic saw a hut with an old woman at the riverbank. She asked for permission to stay overnight. Surprisingly, the old woman was kind enough to let Garlic stay. Garlic told the old woman about her life and how did she get here. It turns out that the old woman found the shawl. However, the old woman was willing to hand over the shawl if Garlic could accompany her for a week. Garlic happily accepted the offer. A week passed. Now it is time for Garlic to go home. The old woman handed over the shawl and also a present for Garlic because Garlic had been diligent among the days. Garlic get to choose between two pumpkins to bring home. Actually, Garlic did not want to take the present, but for giving honor to the old woman, Garlic decided to choose the smaller one. When Garlic arrives, she handed over the shawl to Shallot and cut the pumpkin to cook it. To her surprise, when the pumpkin was split open, there was a lot of gold and gems inside of the pumpkin. Unfortunately, the stepmother saw it and she snatched all of the gold. Not only that, the stepmother also forced Garlic to tell her where did she get the magic pumpkin from. Hearing Garlic's stories, evil intentions arose in the greedy stepmother's mind. The next morning, the stepmother told Shallot to do the same thing as Garlic did, and the stepmother hoped that Shallot could bring the bigger one. Finally, the lazy Shallot arrived at Grandma's hut and stayed there for a week. But because of her laziness, Shallot didn't want to help Grandma at all. A week passed. Now it is time for Shallot to go home. She get to choose between two pumpkins to bring home too. Without thinking, she took the bigger one and ran away without saying thank you. When she arrives at home, the stepmother was very happy to see it, and they both cut it together. Unexpectedly, there was no gold and gems inside of the pumpkin. Instead of gold and gems, there was a lot of various venomous animals, and they came out from the pumpkin and bit Shallot and the greedy stepmother. They realized that they had been doing wrong to Garlic and asked for Garlic's forgiveness. That was the short story about Garlic and Shallot. Remember that being greedy is a curse and never pays off. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.